On the afternoon of Wednesday, October 15, 2025, a powerful storm system, possibly a tornado, swept through Malaysia's Selangor state, leaving towns such as Meru and Kajang, both on the outskirts of Kuala Lumpur, severely damaged. What began as heavy rain and thunder quickly turned into swirling winds that tore off rooftops, uprooted trees, and sent debris flying through the air. When the skies finally cleared, several schools were found heavily damaged, dozens of residents have been evacuated, and rescue teams worked through the night assessing the destruction. Witnesses described the storm as sudden, fierce, and terrifying, saying the sky darkened instantly as howling winds and the sound of shattering glass filled the air. "It sounded like a train charging straight at us," said a shop owner in Meru. The air itself was twisting, tearing everything apart. Videos circulating on social media showed roofs being ripped off, school walls collapsing, and vehicles overturned, turning a calm afternoon into one of the most violent weather disasters in recent years. The storm devastated multiple schools across the greater Kuala Lumpur area, including SK Shujang Kaya, whose main building lost its entire roof and saw several walls collapse, leaving classrooms littered with desks and books. Nearby schools suffered similar damage, with caved-in ceilings, shattered windows, and twisted playground equipment. Emergency teams worked overnight to ensure no students or teachers were trapped inside. Authorities confirmed that 9 students suffered minor injuries, while one adult woman was seriously injured when a building collapsed. She was rescued from the debris and rushed to the hospital. Teams from the Fire and Rescue Department, local police, and the Civil Defense Force, APM, responded immediately to dozens of emergency calls. By nightfall, a temporary shelter was set up at the Meru Community Hall, housing at least 36 displaced residents. As rescue operations continued, local authorities began assessing the extent of the damage in Meru and Kajang. The head of Selangor's Civil Defense Force said that damage assessments were still underway and that the number of affected families was likely to rise. "We're still gathering data and assisting victims," he said. "Our top priority right now is ensuring public safety and providing shelter for those who've lost their homes." Rescue crews worked through the night clearing debris, reopening roads, and restoring power. Heavy machinery was used to remove fallen trees and collapsed structures, allowing major routes to reopen. The Kuala Lumpur district government issued a public safety notice urging residents to stay indoors, avoid flood-prone areas, and report any structural damage to their homes. By Thursday morning, engineers were still inspecting the safety of damaged school buildings. While the storm showed clear signs of tornadic activity, Malaysia's Meteorological Department has not yet confirmed whether it was indeed a tornado. Meteorologists are analyzing data to determine whether it was a tornado or a powerful microburst. Tornadoes are rare but not unheard of in Malaysia, particularly during seasonal transitions, when warm, moist air collides with cooler air masses, creating unstable atmospheric conditions. Experts warn that such sudden, violent storms can strike densely populated areas without warning. Over the past decade, Malaysia has reported several small-scale, mini tornadoes, many of which caused significant property damage. What's particularly concerning about Wednesday's storm is that the destruction was concentrated in schools and residential neighborhoods, places typically not reinforced for extreme weather. Residents who lived through the storm recalled moments of sheer terror. One teacher remembered hearing a strange, high-pitched whine just before the roof was torn off. The children were screaming, and we told them to get under their desks, he said. It lasted less than a minute, but it felt like a lifetime. After the storm, parents and local residents rushed to the schools, clearing debris and checking for missing students. In Meru, shop owners saw cars crushed by signboards and streets littered with shattered glass and branches. One resident said pieces of metal roofing were flying through the air like blades, while others reported seeing a distinct rotating column in the sky, suggesting the possible formation of a tornado funnel. "I've never seen the wind twist like that in my life," said a man who lost the entire upper floor of his house. "It all happened so fast, there wasn't even time to be scared. We just held on to whatever we could." Local authorities quickly opened several evacuation centers, providing food, medical care, and temporary shelter. Volunteers from the Malaysian Red Crescent worked alongside municipal and state welfare agencies to distribute supplies. Power crews worked overnight to restore electricity to affected areas, while public works teams cleared roads to ensure ambulances and rescue vehicles could get through. The Chief Minister of Selangor expressed concern over the incident and assured the public that the state government would provide emergency financial and logistical assistance to victims. In a statement, he said, "Our hearts are with all the families affected by this disaster. We are mobilizing every available resource to ensure their safety, rebuild damaged infrastructure, and help our citizens return to normal life as soon as possible."